qui est le fils de Smita Patil, qui est l'actrice principale du film et qui est une star. Merci à lui. Et enfin, j'accueille à côté le docteur Jayen Mehta, qui est le directeur de la Gujarat Co-Operative Foundation, qui a un rôle très important dans le film. Shivendra, we've been working together for 3 years now to help Indian cinema to be here at Cannes Classics specifically. I will let you start with the introduction because I think the history of the film in itself is quite something.
Yeah, it's an extraordinary feeling to be here, especially third year in a row. Because one of the big things about the foundation, since Tisha and I set it up, was to look at our regional cinema, to look at cinema which truly represents our country, which truly represents the people of the country. And Manthan is one such film. Manthan is one such journey which excited me deeply, and also it had Shyam Benegal, it had one of my favorite actors, it had Smita Patil. And today I can't tell you how much I'm missing Shyam Babu. I think many of us, I can see Asim there, many of us friends would be saying, we're missing Shyam Babu, aren't we? Yeah. So let's give him a round of applause. He's such a prolific director, but the excitement, and instead of my talking about the story of Manthan, is all there, but I'll talk about what Shyam Benegal was, my relation with him. I spent about 1.5 years restoring this film, almost a year, and every time I would go to him, he was so excited, because in those days, they didn't have that kind of stock. They printed in Orvo, the results were not so good, and the restoration which he saw, thanks to my friend Davide Pozzi, who's been such a pillar to me, I can't thank Davide, Elena, Katrina, all of them. They've been such pillar, and Prasad, who contributed so immensely, Kavita inside Prasad specifically. And I think the journey with Shyam Benegal was so exciting, because he said, after he saw the result, he said, it's better than what I shot. Thank you. I don't want to talk long because we can just go on, but it's just thank you very much. I want to thank Gerald and Thierry for getting this film onto Cannes Classic and to bring it to the public back again. And the exciting thing is, on June 1st, we release it back in India in 70 cities. There's no point restoring films, my friend, if you can't release films. You've got to restore, you've got to release. Thank you. Yeah.
मैं बस बोलने ही वाला हूँ. Thank you, good evening, bonsoir, namaste, greetings from India. All I want to say is that I would like to dedicate tonight's screening to the director, Mr. Shyam Benegal, who, due to indifferent health, could not be with us. But we miss him every single moment, and I'd also like to say that in 50 years of acting in movies, I've never been to the Cannes Film Festival before, and I don't know what I missed. It is also an occasion to invoke the memory of several people who were indispensable, who are no longer with us, but who were indispensable to the making of this film. First and foremost, Dr. Verghese Kurien, whose vision of Operation Flood was carried out with the utmost sincerity and hard work by his dedicated team. It is also an occasion to recall those who are no longer with us, many who participated in this movie, the 3 central actors, Girish Karnad, Smita Patil, and Amrish Puri. The music director of the film, Mr. Vanraj Bhatia, and the screenplay writer, Mr. Vijay Tendulkar. We dedicate this film to all of them as well. This was my second film as an actor in feature films, and when it was time for it to be released, I was extremely nervous because I wondered how it would fare at the box office, since it did not contain any of the what are considered essential elements of an Indian film, the very colorful songs and dances, the unending action sequences which are all de rigueur for an Indian film. And everyone, I don't think anybody gave this film a ghost of a chance, but to everyone's astonishment, it turned out to be one of the sleeper hits of 1977 and generated more work, not only for myself, but for many of the other actors as well. And it would be of interest, I think, for you all to know how this film got produced. It was made in an amount of 100,000 rupees, which is approximately 10,000 euro in the year 1977. And this amount was collected by a contribution of 2 rupees each by 500,000 milk farmers in Gujarat, in India. And that is how the film got made. And not only was the film a wonderful opportunity to showcase serious cinema in India, but it also spawned a generation of young filmmakers who decided to make the kind of films they believed should be made, rather than to conform to the formulae and make the films which the audience supposedly likes to see. This disproved all those theories, and it was an extremely successful film. And it also opened the doors not only for filmmakers like Shyam, who have heightened the aesthetic quality of Indian movies and found a way to speak the truth about the times we lived in then in 77. And I've always believed that the only significant films are those which present a truthful picture of their times, because film is the only medium which will survive forever. Thank you very much for being here. And regarding the way the film was made, the managing director of Amul, Mr. Mehta, will be able to tell you more about that. Thank you very much.
On behalf of 3.6 million farmers of Amul, the world's largest farmer-owned dairy cooperative, I would like to thank you all for this honor. The success of a film is measured by its box office performance and perhaps the number of awards you get. But here, as Naseerji mentioned, if the owners of the organization spent 2 rupees each to produce a film, at a time when India was a deficit nation in milk, cooperatives were a concept not known to many. The film resulted into India becoming the largest producer of milk in the world. And the value of output of milk in India today is more than 150 billion US dollars. And the cooperative in 1975, the turnover was just $20 million, is now a $10 million organization. And from just 2,000 village cooperative societies, India has got 200,000 village dairy cooperative societies. This is the economic impact of a film, and the numbers I'm saying are not one-time numbers. Every year, Amul handles $10 billion worth of milk. India produces $150 billion of milk. 1/4 of the total milk in the world is produced in India. In the next 10 years, it will be 1/3. And milk is a source of livelihood for 100 million families in the country. So this is the impact of a film. I don't think any number can justify, and how a film which otherwise influences all of us in many ways, more ways than one, the economic impact can be so large. And India as a country is a great believer of cooperatives. It is the only country in the world which has a Ministry of Cooperation at the central level, and the Amul model, which this film actually made grow, is going to be the template for development in the country, for the upliftment of the small and marginal section of the society, a role model for women empowerment, and more importantly, the South-South cooperation between our countries. So thank you all. Thank you, Shyam. All the people who made this thing possible. And the restoration actually is a great thing to showcase the power of cooperatives, because United Nations has declared next year, 2025, as the year of cooperatives. So this will again go places. Thank you so much.
I'm just very honored to be here. I don't know what I'm doing with such esteemed people. I feel kind of out of place, but I'm extremely honored to be here. This is my first time at the prestigious Cannes Film Festival, and it's a very emotional moment for me. I think I don't know if many of you all know, my mother is Smita Patil, and I never got to see her, never got to meet her. I think she was just this aura that I have known my entire life, and I think this celebration of her at the Cannes Film Festival, 77th Cannes Film Festival, just solidifies her legacy and her body of work for me, and it's just it's a very emotional moment for me. So please excuse my emotions. I think she's been celebrated over the years, consistently celebrated over the years, and it just proves what a magical woman she was. And I'm extremely grateful and proud to be her son, and I'm extremely proud to be here in front of all of you. And I'm not going to say much. I hope you'll enjoy the film. And yes, pleasure to be here.